Welcome back, guys. A few days ago, I did a video on a new USB Wi-Fi adapter that I purchased. I purchased this little adapter in order to take advantage of my AC wireless router. This computer is quite a distance away from the router, and I wanted to improve the Wi-Fi signal strength. So I went with a Wi-Fi adapter that could take advantage of those AC speeds. And I purchased the Link 1200 megabits per second broadband, a dual band Wi-Fi adapter. It handles 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. So I installed this, and the installation process for the driver ranges from easy in Arch Linux to easy in Ubuntu to fairly difficult in Debian. So I thought I'd do a video just to show you what the driver installation process is. It's the Realtek rtl8812au driver that is required. I'm going to show you the procedure that I researched online and I determined how to install this particular driver. So if any of you guys need the driver for Debian, Arch, or Ubuntu, I'm going to go through the procedure for each one. Okay, so let's do the hardest one first, and that is Debian. This is a fresh Debian install, and I'm going to go through the process with you. I tried many different processes. I tried downloading the driver. I did find a deb file for the driver. I tried installing it. It installed, but it never quite would get configured and usable. And so through a lot of research, I came across a procedure that actually works. So let me go over that with you. The first thing we want to do is run this. Now we're going to be dealing with GitHub, so we need to install the headers for our kernel and a package called Build Essential and a package called Git. So those are the first three things we want to install. So we're going to open up a terminal and we're going to paste in that command, press enter, enter your password, and then press yes to continue. Now it's going to go ahead and install the required packages so that you can download the appropriate drivers from GitHub. So that doesn't take too long to install. Once it's done, you're going to copy and paste this second command. Okay, so now that that's done, paste that second command, and it's going to pull in the drivers. Now you want to change to the directory where all of the files are held. So you're going to copy and paste this third command, and I'll put these commands into the show notes. So now that I'm in the correct directory, I want to type the command make and let that run. Now it's going to take a minute or two to finish. Once it's done with make, we're going to type sudo make install, and that'll take just a moment. I'm going to pause the video while that finishes. Okay, once that's done, now keep in mind you're doing all this with your dongle unplugged. Okay, so the next command is going to be sudo make install. And that doesn't take long. Now we're going to have to modprobe the driver. So copy and paste the modprobe command. And that's done. Now once you reboot, now keep in mind if you change kernels, you'll have to run this procedure again, because this is for the kernel that you're currently running, and that's why you're installing the headers with the uname-r. Okay, so, and keep in mind this is just for Debian. In Ubuntu, you're going to use your driver manager. So if you're using Xubuntu, Lubuntu, Kubuntu, you're going to use your driver manager. The only way you want to use this procedure, and I've got a note, I'll put it in the show notes, is if the driver manager is not available or if the driver manager fails to install properly. Then you can use the procedure for Debian that I just outlined with you. So I'm going to reboot, guys, and I'll be right back with you and we'll see if this works. Be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. Now let's take a look. Now keep in mind that I've been connected through my Ethernet cable for this process, so you will need Ethernet access while you're installing the Wi-Fi drivers. Okay, you can see that I don't have any Wi-Fi available as of yet, so let me go ahead and plug in my device, and once I do that, it should recognize it. It should recognize the device, and it should pull in my Wi-Fi networks. Let's take a look, and it did. So I have all my Wi-Fi networks available. Let's connect to one of them. And I should get a message up in the top saying I'm now connected. If I go ahead and disconnect my Ethernet, you can see my Wi-Fi symbol. I am connected, and I'll go ahead and open up Firefox, and as you can see, I am connected. Now that is the procedure for Debian. As I said, if you're in an Ubuntu-based distribution and you don't have driver manager, or driver manager fails in the process, then go ahead and use this Debian procedure. I'm going to put all of the notes in the video, in the show notes, so you'll have all the links to a couple of websites and all of the notes that we discussed. Now I'm going to hop over to my Arch system so that I can show you the procedure in Arch and Manjaro. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, welcome back, guys. I'm actually in a Manjaro install. It's the LXDE desktop. I'm going to show you the process for installing the rtl8812au Realtek driver within Arch or Manjaro Linux. Now, first command is yawert rtl8812au. Once the search is finished, you're going to go with this dkms git, this one right here, number 4. You can see I've already installed it. Okay, so I'll go through the install process, and that'll just take a couple minutes. I'll go through the install process, and then I'm going to show you the next command. It's really simple. This is the first command. There's one more command, and then you'll reboot. So now it's installing the DKMS modules. Now, I've already installed the headers for my particular kernel. What you'll need to do is, at the end of this install, it'll tell you that you don't have the headers installed. If it tells you you don't have the headers installed, I'll show you the procedure for installing the headers. Now in this case, you can see that it's identified the header, the kernel that I'm using, and I will show you the header install process. Okay, so when that process is done, you're going to type sudo pacman s linux headers, and it's telling me I've already got the headers installed from my kernel. If you don't have the headers installed, if you're running Manjaro, it's going to bring up a little listing of all of the headers available. Make sure you pick the one for your kernel. And if you're using Arch, then it should automatically pull in the correct headers. So I'm not going to go ahead with this because I've already done it. So guys, that is as easy as it gets for installing this particular driver within Manjaro or Arch Linux. I have the driver installed. I've got an Ethernet cable, but you can see all my Wi-Fi are available. My Wi-Fi networks are available. So guys, that is it for this video. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Take care.